Aloha! Thanks for stopping by and joining me today. I want to talk to you about posting on Facebook so that you can get more attention, especially for your business posts. And, I start with, have you ever, you go on your feed and your friend puts up a post that just totally speaks to you. You're like, oh my gosh, that was meant to me. That was meant for me today. That is exactly what I'm going through and exactly the message that I needed to see. I know that definitely happens to me, and it's great when it does. And that is what can happen with your business post. Imagine writing a post about your product or your business opportunity and your friend seeing that and it completely speaking to him and her, and them saying, gosh, this feels divine. It feels like exactly what I needed to see today. I need to reach out and ask more questions about this. Well, today I'm going to tell you the first thing that you need to know in order to write posts like that. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Terry Best, and I assist network marketers in leveraging the internet to grow their business. I am a network marketer myself, and when I kind of ran through talking to all my friends and family about my business, I turned to the internet to find ways to expand my network and generate, leads and prospects. And so I've invited other network marketers to join me in this journey of learning so you can apply it to your business and learn what I'm learning too. So here is the secret to putting up a post that exactly speaks to somebody who is looking for what you're having to offer. And that is, you need to know who your perfect prospect is. And no, it is not everyone with skin or everyone with a body or everyone, who is in pain. I think in network marketing, we're often kind of told that, right? Like everybody's a prospect. Everyone within 3 feet of you could possibly use your product or your service or benefit from the business opportunity. And while there's part of that statement is true, if you market to everyone, you're not focusing your efforts on speaking to the perfect person for you who's going to hear your message. You just kind of water it down. And it starts with you can't please everyone, right? So the people that we should be targeting in our marketing are those who we can serve best, the people that we will become happy customers, productive and happy team members. And hi, Terry, thanks for jumping on. And if you are, not specifically honing in your message on those people that will be happy customers and happy team members, then they're likely not to see it because you're using really general language, not specifically speaking to their issues. The other part is if you're in network marketing, in order to really be successful, you need to differentiate yourself from all the other reps that are selling what you are selling. And if you are in a bigger company, then it's very likely your friends and family are seeing posts from other people in the company. And, there's a lot of like cut and pasting and just, posting about products going on. And it just is really vanilla, right? It doesn't make you stand out. It doesn't really tell them, what you stand for, why you're passionate about using this product or being in this company. So it's not really attention grabbing. So like I said, the way to put up the perfect post that grabs attention is to really understand who your prospect is. And you need to have a different prospect in mind for each product that you sell, or for the business opportunity, for instance. But for now, I just want you to pick one. Pick one thing that you would like to put a post up on Facebook about, either a product or maybe a package of products that your company sells, or your business opportunity. So, don't do both. Pick one or the other for now. And then close your eyes and think about a great customer that you have. Somebody who reorders all the time, who tells her friends and family about you and what she's doing, who just, there's never any hassle. It's just super easy and pleasurable. It's someone that you love connecting with every month or two when it's time to place an order. Or think about a Rockstore team member that you have, or somebody in your company that you really admire and would love to spend more time with, and you would just love to have that person on your team. Keep that person in mind when you sit down to write your post. And specifically, this is the first step in creating what is called a customer avatar, which is a virtual representation of your perfect prospect for your business or your product, whichever you're focusing on at the time. So like I said, you'll have multiple avatars. But for now, practice just doing one. So every time you write a post, you can have this perfect customer or the team member, the actual person in mind, or you can just use them as inspiration to come up with a virtual avatar, and give them a name. What is his or her name? How old is he or she? Where does he or she live? What do they do? Do they have a family? Are they single? Are they working full time? Is it somebody staying home with kids or raising kids and working? All of these things are really important to know so that you can understand what the life is like for that person that you are trying to speak with. A big question to ask yourself is like, what keeps her up at night? What does she lay in bed worrying about? Is it that she thinks she's not a good enough mom, or since she became a mom, she's not happy with her appearance anymore? Or is he worried about not having money to pay for college tuition? So think about that person and just imagine, just use your imagination, what is keeping them up at night. And when I got stuck on this, it really helped to just start with myself as the perfect prospect and think about what were some of the struggles I had before I joined my network marketing company. What was I laying in bed worrying about? I was worrying about, never having freedom, always having to clock in and out of a job, someone else telling me how much vacation time I could take. That was the stuff that sort of made me feel like I couldn't breathe. And I knew that I needed to do something to get out of that situation. So you can use yourself as an avatar in the beginning. It makes it a little bit easier. In addition to what's stressing them or paining them, you can also think about, what kind of life do they really want? What are they really working for? Does she want a nicer house or a new kitchen? Does he want a boat? Whoever it is, try to imagine what some of their dreams and aspirations are. And these details are super important because when you're writing your post, you want to be actually in the head of that person, kind of knowing what they think about regularly and using the language that they use. And we're going to get into that a little bit more tomorrow. So, I had a tell me that I should do this exercise, like people that I was paying for business advice telling me, to do this customer avatar exercise, write down all of these characteristics. And I just didn't do it. I had sort of this rough idea in my head, and I was like, oh, she's like 32 to 37, and she may or may not have kids, right? It was really, really fuzzy. And I finally sat down and did it a while back, I think about 6 months ago. And oh my gosh, then I was like, oh, that's why they wanted me to do it. It changed everything about the way I market my business. What it does is it gives you clarity on who you want to attract to you, because let's face it, you don't want every customer or every team member you can have, right? You want happy customers and you want productive team members. And so it gets you really focused on who it is that you want, and then really gets you to focus your marketing message to speak to that particular person. So all of a sudden your world starts being filled with just people you love hanging out and spending time with, right? Is what it comes down to, just people that make you happy. So if you really are ready to get more engagement on your posts, more likes and shares and comments and messages as a result of them, or responses to messages that you are sending on Facebook, I encourage you to do this homework. Don't put it off like I did. Sit down and write it out. And if you do, you'll be rewarded, because tomorrow I'm going to take the details, the characteristics that you write about your avatar, and teach you how to actually write that post that stops them in the scroll of their news feed and says, wait, oh my gosh, that is totally meant for me, and I need to see what this is all about. And that's the goal of all of this. So if you found this helpful and you know somebody who is struggling with their Facebook marketing, they've said, I put up posts and people don't respond, or I sent a message and people don't respond, tag them in this or share it with them. And if you've got a team, share it with them and help them start to narrow their focus on who they can best serve. Because when we come from that place of service and say, who can I help the most, that the money will come after it, right? All we have to focus on is service at this point. And if you want more trainings like this, click the 3 dots on the upper right-hand side of your screen and subscribe to my live notifications, and then you'll be notified when I go live tomorrow and in the future. Tomorrow I'll be going live at 5 p.m. Pacific time, but every other day it kind of changes. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow and talk more about how you can get more engagement on Facebook. Aloha, friends.